The old clock in the hallway struck midnight. The sound echoed through Nana Rose's quiet cottage, where silence had been her only company for years. Rain tapped against the window like soft, hurried fingers. She sat in her armchair, knitting a half-finished scarf, one she hadn't touched since that night. That night 20 years ago. The night her son, Daniel, walked out and never came back. No one knew why he left. No note, no letter, no call, just gone. Some said he'd run away after an argument. Others whispered darker things. Rose never believed them. A mother's heart never stops waiting. Every evening since then, she sat by the old rotary phone on the wooden table, hoping it would ring again. But it never did. Until that night. At exactly 12:07 a.m. the phone rang. Rose's heart jolted. The sound sliced through the silence like thunder. Her hands trembled as she reached for the receiver. "Hello," she whispered. For a moment there was only static. A faint hiss that made the hairs on her neck rise. Then a voice. "Mom." Rose froze. Her breath caught in her chest. "Daniel," she gasped. The line crackled. The voice came again, softer, shaking. "I'm sorry I left. I shouldn't have gone that night." Tears welled in Rose's eyes. Her voice trembled. "Daniel, where are you? Please come home. I never stopped waiting." But the voice didn't answer that. It only said, "Go to the attic. There's something I left for you." The line went dead. Rose stared at the receiver, her heart pounding. The attic? That place had been locked for years. She hadn't gone up there since her husband passed. With shaking hands, she lit her lantern and slowly climbed the creaky staircase. Each step moaned under her feet. The air grew colder. When she pushed open the attic door, dust swirled in the dim light. The smell of old wood and memories filled her nose. In the corner under a white sheet stood a trunk, Daniel's trunk. Rose knelt beside it, her fingers trembling as she lifted the lid. Inside lay a few childhood drawings, an old baseball glove, and a sealed envelope with her name on it. She tore it open. Inside was a letter written in Daniel's handwriting. "Mom, if you ever find this, it means I didn't make it back. I'm sorry for leaving that night. I overheard something about Dad. I had to find the truth. If anything happens to me, don't trust the man who calls himself Uncle Rob. He's not who he says he is." Rose's eyes widened. Uncle Rob, her husband's brother, had helped her after Daniel disappeared. He'd moved into the cottage, managed her finances, even handled the police. And suddenly, she remembered something strange. The day after Daniel vanished, Rob had insisted on sealing the attic, saying it's better not to open old wounds. A chill ran through her body. Just then, creak. The floorboard behind her moved. Rose turned sharply. The attic door was slightly open, and in the doorway stood Rob. His face was pale, eyes cold. "Rose," he said softly, "why are you up here?" Her voice shook. "Rob," Daniel called. "He told me everything." His jaw tightened. He stepped closer. "That's impossible," he said quietly. "Daniel's been gone for 20 years. Rose backed away, clutching the letter. "I heard his voice. He told me to come here. He warned me about you." Rob's smile faded. "Then you should have listened." He lunged toward her. Rose screamed. The lantern fell, flames licking across the dusty floor. The chaos, she hit him with the trunk lid and ran down the stairs, clutching the letter. The house filled with smoke and the roar of fire. Outside, rain poured heavily. She collapsed on the porch as flames swallowed the home she'd lived in all her life. In the distance, sirens wailed. When the firemen arrived, they found Rose safe, the house destroyed. But what shocked them most was what they found inside the trunk remains. A rusted pendant with the initials there, Daniel Henry Rose, and bones buried beneath the wooden floor. Daniel had never left. He had been in that house all along. Weeks later, Rose sat in a hospital bed, the letter on her lap. The police confirmed it. Her brother-in-law had murdered Daniel that night and buried him in the attic floor. But no one could explain the call. The phone line had been dead for months. The technician swore it wasn't even connected that night. Rose looked out the window at the rain, whispering softly, "Thank you, my boy, you finally came home." The wind rustled gently, like a distant voice saying, "I never left, Mom." And for the first time in 20 years she smiled.